Las Bandidas.
Recuerdos que me llevan a soñar. Bandidas las que un día aprendieron a amar. Dulces como tus besos, dulce el sabor del tiempo, como un barril añejo, todo un recuerdo, son las bandidas de mi corazón. Bandidas, bandidas, los recuerdos que me llevan a soñar. Bandidas, bandidas, tú y yo nos volvemos a encontrar. Tomaremos otra copa hasta el final.
Las Bandidas.
Bandidas,
Las Bandidas.
quiero amar.
Get out right now, or I will shoot you. This marriage won't take place. You two are not gonna get married.
But while this woman is still here, tell her to respect you. Because when I arrived, I saw her in a very compromising situation with another man. That guy that came to see you.
With Alhure?
Yes, Daddy. I saw them.
Well, Corina, I wish with all my heart that this mystery man of yours truly loves you just the way you deserve.
Oh, he loves me.
If I were you, I would do the impossible to find this document. Try it. It's good for you.
Tell him I will. I'll look for it. I'll give it to him. And you, as my wife, you have to tell me the truth.
Oligario! Oligario! What's wrong? Oligario!
Bandidas,
Las Bandidas.
quiero amar.
No, he's not dead. He is still breathing. Yes, darn it, he's still moving.
Did you ask for help? Did you call a doctor?
No, that's why I'm calling you. You'll call Dr. Forero to tell him to come as soon as possible.
And why me?
Because if I'll be the one who'll call him, his daughters may suspect me. But if it's you, they won't suspect you at all. Please call him and make sure to explain it so that he knows everything.
Sure, I will. I'll call him. What are you going to do in the meantime?
Well, of course I'll do what any loving, exemplary wife would do when her husband is going through some health problems.
Laurento Hotel.
No, Fermina, I'm not going to ruin my day because of Malena. The time will come when I can prove to them that I was right. I want the whole world to know what kind of person this woman is.
Well, that's the attitude. You should have that attitude when you show that schemer that you are not that kind of person who can be easily fooled. But of course, and that includes telling her that what you saw in the shower was not the truth.
Oh, Fermina, you're back to the same thing? No, please.
Baby, you know what that woman can do. Are you just going to let her get away with it? Listen to me. Don't be surprised, but this may have been just a ruse she thought of to separate you from Alonso.
Okay, but I don't want to talk about that subject. I don't want to talk about the same thing again. I mean it.
Why is it so hard for you to admit that you may have made a big mistake? Listen, I swear to you. I swear I'm so convinced that she's the one going after him.
No, it's not easy for me to believe that.
Well, because both you and Alonso are her victims. And she's the main reason why you separated. That's why you never run out of things to fight about. And that will always be the same Fabiola. She will always do whatever she pleases with everybody.
No, this will be over very soon. Because lately I've been thinking that maybe it's better for me to go back home. Because I just can't let my family be destroyed by that harlot. I won't let her.
You go, girl. You're feeling better, aren't you?
Yes. I'm much calmer now. Thank you so much, Nanny.
Oh, my darling, you don't have to thank me for that. You and your sisters are the daughters I never had. Even if I can't understand the reason why Amparo suddenly looks down on me. She looks at me with so much hate. I just can't understand it.
Oh, Nanny, I don't understand it either. I really can't comprehend why she has her mind dead set on marrying Reynaldo all of a sudden when I know that she loves your son Ruben.
But then, she should forget about my son.
But why?
Because Ruben and Amparo are very different. Honey, there's nothing we can do. I was going to talk to the priest. Your father told me to look for him because he wants to have the wedding this weekend.
She's going to get married this weekend?
Mhm.
Seriously? Getting married this weekend? But why? What's the hurry? Why is father in a hurry? What's wrong? Please help me! Somebody please help me! Please help me! Olegario, my darling! Please help me! Somebody help me! What happened? Daddy!
Olegario!
Daddy, what happened to him?
We were talking and suddenly he
Daddy.
fainted and fell on the floor. I tried to catch him, but he fell
Daddy.
before I could do so.
I'll go look for something that will help him come to.
Daddy. Tell me what happened. Why did he fall down all of a sudden? What did he do?
I have no idea. We were just talking and suddenly he
Zenaida,
fell
help
down.
us! Just call someone, please!
I'm telling you that Olegario is a hard-to-kill weed, but I can't say the same thing about his daughter. Oh, I don't know.
You know, Karina's a very smart young woman. She's well educated. She loves art and music as well. So I don't see any reason for you to worry, Ricarda.
There is, my dear. They do have a lot of things in common. And remember, she just told you that she's in love with another man. That's why she left her boyfriend. And she just said that the other man loves her. And you know that very well, that Rodrigo obviously has special feelings for Karina.
And so what? And what do you want me to do, huh, Ricarda? You want me to walk away and leave them alone, give them freedom?
No, my goodness, no. What I want you to do is to arrange everything. Arrange everything for the trip and take him away from here as far as you can. And
what?
Oh, I know this may sound desperate, but then I think that you should make sure you'll be pregnant when you come back from this trip. I think a son will surely bind the two of you together. Get pregnant once and for all. You understand, Dinora?
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron a
Las
amar.
Bandidas. The bar.
Oh, yes, it's been a long time. Whew. At this point in my life, at my age,
Here are your drinks.
you see, men already have families, a wife, of course, a son, grandchildren. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I don't know. It's never too late to be a father. And besides, I think you're still too young.
Yes, but the ability to procreate is not that simple. It doesn't last forever. Neither do I.
Well, if you want to have a family, what's keeping you from marrying Dinora?
I don't know if it's right. If this sounds right, but if there's one woman I'd like to have a family with, well, I'd like to have it with none other than Karina.
Daddy. Daddy, please wake up. I'm begging you, Daddy. Didn't you see any symptoms? Is this the first time? What?
Well, no, we were just talking and suddenly he lost consciousness and he fell on the floor. Well, he hasn't really been well. He's been having dizzy spells.
What did you just say? I can't believe you. Why didn't you tell me about this? Am I not his daughter?
Because he convinced me he was fine. You know your father very well. He didn't want to worry you. But look at him now. My darling. Please wake up, my darling. You're scaring us.
But we need to call a doctor right now. Nanny! Could you please bring me my cell phone?
Well, Sergio must have called already.
Sergio? What does Sergio have to do about this? What does he know about this?
Well, I called him up because I don't know any doctor in town personally. What's more, you weren't home yet. The only one who was here was Fabiola. And she left in a hurry after we argued. And I think that's the reason why your father felt bad all of a sudden. He gets affected when she treats me badly.
Daddy? Nanny, hurry up. Dad, what happened to you? He's okay. It's just that he's unconscious, but he's all right. We're just waiting for the doctor.
Dad? My darling.
Daddy?
Are you all right?
What's going on? Why are you all here?
Darling, you lost consciousness. And thank goodness you're awake now. Darling, please don't ever do this again. My goodness, I was terrified.
I brought him an infusion. Maybe this could...
He's already awake.
How are you, Oligario? How do you feel?
I'm fine, don't worry. I'm okay.
Stay in bed. We don't want you to get dizzy again, Daddy.
The bar. I didn't even notice that I started falling in love with her.
Aren't you happy about it?
Yes, but the truth is I'm not very comfortable with the situation. She broke up her relationship with her boyfriend and she was about to get married. That didn't make me feel well.
So what are you planning to do?
I don't know. Besides, she is my worst enemy's daughter. He killed my brother. He betrayed my family.
Rodrigo, are you sure that Oligario had something to do with what happened? Listen to me. I'm interested to know who's responsible for the tragedy at Las Bandidas.
I'm positively sure of that. But tell me, why are you so interested in this matter?
I'm just curious. Anyway, what do you plan to do about your feelings for Corina?
Maybe it's better if I forget her, because I think it's for the best. All right. It's time for me to go now. I appreciate the time you spent with me. You know, sometimes we need someone to talk to get things off our chest.
No, thank you for trusting me. You can always count on me.
It's on me.
No.
I invited you.
Wait.
All right? I'll see you soon.
We will.
You take care of yourself.
I had a good sleep last night.
I'm glad.
I'm okay now. Stop treating me like a sick old man.
Stay here. Don't be stubborn. I just don't want the same thing to happen, okay?
Give me a
No
break.
way, I'm not going to let you go back to work as if nothing had happened. You hear me? And you're not well. You're still recuperating.
Daddy, you need to take a lot of rest. I don't want you to do anything but rest.
All right, but the doctor should be on his way. He isn't here yet because he's in the other town.
Oh, that isn't necessary.
No, Dad, it's necessary. We want him to check on you.
No, the only thing that I need is to be happy. And to see all of my daughters happy. I want them to fill the house with grandchildren. And to always have you beside me. Where's Vicente?
Why? Why are you looking for him?
Where is Vicente?
He's in the lab. Right, he's in the laboratory. He's busy right now, but we'll be seeing each other tonight.
Okay, but I think we need to talk because you guys will be next. I'll just be in my office.
No, you can't do that. You can't go to your office. You can't even work,
I'm
Daddy.
just going to read a few emails, maybe answer them. That's
Daddy,
all, nothing more.
Why don't you listen? Just rest. My gosh, he's so stubborn. I'm going out for a while. Please look after him.
Yes. Have you talked to Dr. Forero?
Yes. He already knows everything.
That's perfect. It won't be long now, and I will soon become the richest widow in the neighborhood.
Laurento Hotel.
Please come
Reception.
back tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right.
Hello, Fermina.
Hello, Alonso. How are you?
I'm fine. Is Fabiola here?
No. She went to the ranch a while ago. They told her that her father fainted last night or something like that.
He fainted?
That's right.
Yes, Daddy, but I can't understand why they had to hide it from me and didn't call me.
Because there was no need, my dear. We didn't want to worry
All
you.
right, but I want to be here with you if something happens. That's why I want to move back here so I could take care of you. That's the reason why I'm your eldest daughter. I want to pamper you, and I don't want anything bad to happen to you, Dad.
You're my best medicine.
Listen, Dad, after what happened, I want to take you to a medical center. Yes, they have all the equipment. We'll have the results in no time.
There's no need. A doctor is on his way.
Who called this doctor, Daddy? Who? If it was your wife, I'm sorry, but I think it's better if I take you to the city, to a clinic or a hospital where they can examine you and give you necessary
Look,
tests,
but
Daddy.
It was Sergio who called the doctor. Sweetie, can you please do me a favor?
Whatever you want, Dad.
Try not to fight with Malena anymore. Do as much as you can to be nice to her. I'm begging you, honey.
If you say so, Dad, I'll try my best.
Thank you, dear. Tell me something. What you said yesterday, is it true? That you're planning to move back home?
Well, yes, Daddy. If it's okay with you, then I will. I want to come back to our house.
You know, that's the best news I could ever hear.
Mrs. Ricarda. Did you come here to tell me something?
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron
Las bandidas.
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron
Las bandidas.
Do you really think he's all right?
Don't worry, my father will have to do all the tests anyway. He'll be all right.
You can't imagine how distressed I was to see your father lying unconscious on the floor. Olegario has always been such a strong man, as strong as an oak tree.
You know what I think? My father felt sick because he saw me fighting with Malena. Don't you think so?
Oh, my sweetie. I know your ordeal. It's really difficult to put up with that woman. But you have to learn to deal with that, Fabiola. You have to control yourself for your father's well-being.
Yes, I know, and believe me, I've tried my best. But I got furious when I saw her talking to that man. The detective? What's his name again?
Aljure? Hector Aljure?
Yes, that's him. Nanny, I have to speak with this man. I've got to have his cell phone number, his address, anything. Nanny,
Fabiola.
can you help me?
Well, I don't know if I have his number in my phone book. I
Look
don't know,
for it.
but... Okay, I'll look for
Yes,
it.
I beg you.
All right, I'll get it for you. Relax.
Have you talked to Ruben?
Oh, my dear, I haven't heard from him since the day he left. I called him, but he doesn't answer. I don't know if there's no signal or his phone is turned off.
But he's all right, Nanny. I know Ruben's a strong man. He's a good man. He will show up soon, I'm sure, Nanny. Please don't worry.
Los Girasoles.
Isn't Mr. Pernia here? I have to speak with him about the job. That's why I'm here.
He's out on the field, but I'm sure he'll be here soon. Just wait for him.
Of course I'm going to wait, Jaime. But what do you think? Is there a chance that I can get my job back?
I think there is. They haven't found anyone to do that job since you left. There's still a vacancy.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
What are you doing here? Didn't I tell you very clearly that I didn't want to see you here? Get out. Get out of here. Get out! Do you hear me?
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, my dear girl.
How are you feeling?
Like a bull. Like a bull. Where's Rinaldo?
That's precisely what I wanted to talk to you about.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to know why you're so eager to buy me a husband. I had the feeling that you wanted to say something to me.
Okay, the truth is no. I was simply walking around the area, and I saw you, and decided to change my route. You know perfectly well the rift going on between our families.
Yes, it's very unfortunate. I don't understand. I have no idea why this has gotten this far. You know, for me, it's so ridiculous.
It isn't ridiculous. Olegario won all of this with his wickedness.
I don't understand why you do this. You're always accusing my dad of terrible things that he never did to you. And everything would be just so different if your attitude was different.
No. Mark my words. I will never stop looking for justice for the death of my son. Tulio wouldn't forgive me.
All right. I have no idea what really happened. Honestly, I really don't know. Because your son was supposedly my father's friend, and just recently we found a picture where my mother was hugging someone, and that was Tulio, and they looked so happy. They were all friends, they looked contented, so tell me what happened.
Wait, did you say friends? Corina, how could you not know the truth?
You said the truth. What truth are you talking about?
Good heavens! They haven't told you anything. Before your mother married Olegario, your mother was married to my son, Tulio.
Fabiola,
Hello, Sergio.
how are you?
I'm good. Much better now that Dad has recovered from what happened to him yesterday. But you should have called me immediately when it happened. Don't you think
No,
so?
believe me, I was going to do that. But thank goodness Mr. Olegario recovered quickly, and he told me himself not to let you know. He didn't want you to worry.
Yes, anyway, I want to thank you personally for calling the doctor. I'm leaving. I have to go to the office. We'll talk
No,
later.
don't go yet. Just a minute. Fabiola, there's something you haven't told me.
What?
Is it true that you have decided to marry me?
Oh, Sergio, but why do you ask that?
Oh, just tell me. Come on. Are you really going to marry me?
Come on, Fabiola. Why don't you answer him? Are you gonna marry him?
That's outrageous. How can you say that I'm going to buy you a husband cupcake? Reynaldo loves you. I just want to help because I want to make sure that things will happen the way I want them to.
You are doing much more than that, Daddy. I mean, you even offered him a business.
But I don't see anything wrong with that, my dear. If he's going to be your husband, I would feel bad if I didn't support him when I know full well that I can do it.
You have this way of making things sound right, and people think that your reasons are justified.
I'm right, though, sweetheart.
No, that's your personal perspective of things, Daddy. But it isn't everyone's. But of course, the only viewpoint that counts is yours.
Hey, that is not true, Amparo. That is not true,
That's
honey.
it. It's useless arguing with you. You've already made your decision. If this wedding happens to be a good business deal, then that's perfect. So be it then.
My darling, every bride must think about her wedding day with excitement, okay? You must think of the ceremony and your wedding dress. Reynaldo's mother even volunteered to go with you to buy it. Huh?
Well, she can just forget about that, Daddy. If this wedding is a business deal, just as you mentioned, it shouldn't be important. And you can tell her that.
I thought I told you that you're not welcome here. I don't want any of Olegario Montoya's enemies around here.
Well, I'm not afraid of Mr. Olegario. I'm not a coward like other people here.
You better watch your words, boy, if you don't want me
That's
to.
enough, Gaspar.
Come on, Fabiola. This jerk is waiting for your answer. Are you marrying him?
Look, I don't need you to speak for me. This is none of your
Hey,
business.
stop it. What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Nothing's happening here. Nothing will be solved if you're not going to answer my question. And if this individual is really interested, he can stay if he wants to. That way he'll be convinced once and for all that you will never be a part of his life.
I'm waiting for your answer. Are you going to marry him?
Of course he's going to marry me. Okay, honey. Tell him. Tell this guy right now that you are my future wife.
All right, I'm not going to answer anything. Who do you guys think you are?
You know, I think I have all the right to make my own decisions, and I'm not going to let anyone pressure me, and this goes for both of you.
Wait a minute. What's that? What did you just say to me?
The whole truth. Your mother was married to my son, Tulio. That was before Olegario betrayed him and disgraced his life.
No. There must be a mistake. My father's not capable of doing that.
My goodness, he's been hiding the truth from you. All this time, he hasn't told you the truth. He's kept the past from all of you. Imagine this. If I hadn't told you about this, you'd be living in ignorance for the rest of your life.
Mrs. Ricarda, please, I am begging you, will you stop saying such nonsense that will ruin my father's good name?
Oh, wow. I'm only telling you the truth, Corina, many years ago, before you even came into this world. Your mother was married to my son, the real owner of Las Bandidas. Go ahead, ask yourself, why hasn't your father told you anything about it?
Las Bandidas.
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron
Las
a amar.
Bandidas.
Fabiola, it's simple. A few days ago, I proposed marriage to you, and I would like to know what you decided. That's all. The only problem was that this man came here to bother us.
I came here to find out about Mr. Olegario's health. But it turns out I find this ridiculous scene and this jerk is here, pressuring you to marry
Hey,
him.
watch your words, mister.
Don't let him pressure you, Fabiola. Take all the time you need to think about your answer to this individual man. I don't want you to regret it. You know what I'm talking about.
No one asked for your opinion. This is something between Fabiola and me. It doesn't concern you.
It does concern me. Because this woman is
Hey,
mine.
wait a minute. I belong to no one, Alonso.
You are mine, Fabiola.
No! My goodness, Sergio, no! No! What's the matter with you? Help me! Help me! Somebody help me! You're acting like animals!
Alonso, stop it! Stop it! Sergio, that's enough! Hit me when you're in front of me!
What the heck's going on here?
Los Girasoles.
You don't have to beat each other up.
No need to worry about me, Jaime. I'm not planning to fight this pathetic drunkard.
You better leave now. You don't want Olegario to find out that you're here.
Yeah? Well, I don't care. Do whatever you want. I am the one that decides where and how to live. I'm going to wait outside, Jaime. This place stinks of booze.
Well, this makes no sense. As far as I can remember, my dad never mentioned anything like this before. We know that my father's a good man.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Corina. I know you're frustrated because of what I've told you. I swear I didn't want it to come from me.
No, I'm sure my dad wanted to forget the entire thing and spare us the agony of knowing, so we never asked either. And what's more, how can this information be so important after all these years?
How can it be so important? I'm trying to tell you that Olegario is a scoundrel. He's a storyteller. He's a murderer.
You can't change the way I think of my father. There's nothing you can do that can change the way that I see him.
All right. If you're not interested to know the facts, I feel sorry for you. But if you're interested, I'll tell you something. The same contempt I feel for Olegario, I feel for you too. For you and your sisters. And nothing will ever change that. Nothing.
You don't have to remind me of that. You made that very clear to me when you asked me about my feelings for Rodrigo. Mrs. Ricarda, I hear you talk. And I swear I feel sorry for you every time I see you full of hate. So angry about everything. But neither my sisters nor I are to be blamed for this.
But you are the daughters of the person who murdered my son.
You are thinking that way because my father is now the owner of the ranch that once belonged to your son? Does that make him a murderer? That's not true.
That's not what I think. That's what I know.
So where is your evidence?
Oh.
And you know what? I'm not like you at all, Mrs. Ricarda. I'm not, because you are very heartless. You've created too much damage and hate between the two families. I am capable of loving. I have love in my heart.
What did you say? What are you talking about? Love? Love for whom?
I have nothing more to say to you. Nothing more. Have a good day.
You will respect my house. He's the one who didn't respect your house.
I just came here to see how you were feeling,
stop
and this
it.
man attacked me behind my back.
No
That's
more.
enough.
I beg
That's
you.
enough. Hey, that's enough. Enough, Sergio. If you want to fight, do it somewhere else.
But he
In
started
this
it.
house, no one raises a hand in anger. Especially in front of my daughters.
I'm glad you reminded this idiot.
I will remind whoever I want to. Do you understand?
Okay, this may be your house. You have all the right to be mad at us. But I don't have to be responsible for something I didn't start. On the other hand, I'm glad you are feeling well. And you, think carefully of what you're going to do.
Go on. Just move it.
Mr. Oligario is a man who knows how to return the favor. He knows how to reward those who are loyal to him. But for those who betray him, he makes them pay.
I am willing to reach an agreement with you. That's of course if you get me the document that we've talked about.
Attorney Martha Moreno.
Yes, Ruben, I know that you badly need this job. But after what happened with Oligario Montoya, the last thing I want is to have him as an enemy.
Forget Mr. Oligario. Don't worry about him. I need this job, Mr. Pernia. I'm good at what I do.
Yes, I know that you're good working on the machinery, but then...
I can also take care of the horses and the cattle. Don't mind Mr. Oligario. If he ever comes back to this ranch, I will face him. You are the boss, and I'm just an employee, right?
All right then. You've convinced me. You have the job.
Thank you, sir. I won't let you down.
You should have seen him.
What does Alonso see in that
I don't know
Fabiola?
who this jerk thinks he is, telling me to my face that Fabiola's his woman, that no one's going to take her away.
I don't know what he sees in her.
What, does he think that he's better than me?
I have to do something to get that woman out of his head.
Don't think about Fabiola anymore. That darn veterinarian's got to have some kind of defect. He can't be perfect.
Just so you know, Fabiola is threatening me with moving back to this house.
What's that? Fabiola told you she was moving back home?
Yes. But as soon as she walks through that door, I'll make her life impossible. I won't rest until I see her walk out with her tail between her legs.
Be careful, Malena. Remember what I've told you. Fabiola is Oligario's favorite daughter, and he loves her. He loves her very much.
Oligario won't be a problem for long. He's sentenced already. It's only a matter of time.
Gaspar doesn't remember where he put the document, but he said he'd look for it.
Of course he remembers. He knows how important this document is.
A long time has gone by, and looking at the way that jerk lives, he could have easily lost it.
All right. It is possible. But Gaspar is an ambitious man. All he needs is a small amount of money, and his memory will be refreshed.
I told him you could be very generous, and this message will reach him. But we will have to wait a little longer to see if he'll give the documents to us.
This will be the last time it'll happen in this house. I can't believe it.
What's the matter, my dear? What is it now?
Would you believe Sergio and Alonso got into a fist fight? What were they thinking? That whoever hits hardest gets to keep me? I swear, Nanny, I can't take this any longer. How many times does this
Stop,
have to
my
happen?
dear. Please calm down, my dear. Calm down.
And my father, instead of cooling things down, says the roosters are defending their territory. I mean, how do you like that?
Enough. Calm down. The one who should put an end to this is you. You have to be clear with yourself, because as long as you are not, they will end up fighting every time they see each other.
I know what I want perfectly well, Nanny. I just do not want either of them.
You won't solve anything like this. My love, try to make up your mind this very moment. You know you love Alonso, but after the incident with Malena, you don't know whether to believe him or not. And as long as you have not decided yet, and you're alone, Sergio will think he has the right to win you over again.
That may be so, Nanny, but I have the right to have a little peace. Don't you think so?
Of course, honey, but you have to be true to yourself. Now you have to clear things up so that things will be clear to them as well. Even though Alonso knows you love him.
Yes, but he also knows I hate him because of what he did.
You should know that when a man does what he did, it's because he's in love. And a man that is in love doesn't do something as twisted. And that is all Malena's fault.
Nanny, understand me. You know, if you'd seen them, you'd be saying the same thing to me.
Look, my love. If Alonso had betrayed you the way you never thought that he could possibly do you think he'd be coming after you?
Maybe he's doing this because he's a shameless person.
Well, it could be. But what if it isn't? You're being unfair to yourself and Alonso, to both of you. And it's not even his fault but Malena's.
Las Bandidas.
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron a
Las
amar.
Bandidas.
I've been trying to call Ruben, but I haven't been able to get in touch with him.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure that Ruben doesn't want you to worry about him, Nanny.
I hope so, Fabiola.
Despite what happened to Ruben and Amparo, they loved each other very much. It's not fair.
I know, but it's not possible.
But why not, Nanny? Tell me.
Because it's not.
You're acting like my father. I still don't know what he told them that made them separate the way that they did, Nanny.
Sweetheart, that cannot be because your father will not let Amparo have anything to do with my Ruben.
My father isn't the Almighty. He shouldn't be able to decide who she can love and who she can't. It's not fair. Okay, I'll go to the hotel. I have to go and pay what I owe there.
Oh, so you're definitely coming back home?
Yes, Nanny.
That's
I can't
good.
let this woman do anything that she wishes to do in this house anymore.
Oh my goodness. That's what I'm worried about, that when you're already here, the fighting won't stop between the two of you. And I'm worried about your father.
Yes, me too, Nanny, but I just can't leave my sisters alone, or for that matter, my father. That woman... I know I can't trust that woman, and I have to be here. See you later.
All right.
I'll
You
be
take
back.
care. Oh, darling, wait a minute. You asked me to look for this.
You
Hector
found it?
Aljure's phone number.
Finally. Thank you.
The bar.
I already found Gaspar Infante. I don't need your services. You haven't done a thing, so I'm not giving you any more. You understand?
You? I'm going to make sure you pay for this, Malena. Hello. Who is calling? Yes, speaking.
I need to see you now. Please, this is really urgent. Just tell me where we can meet.
Well, I am a very busy man, madam.
I'm going to pay you a big amount of money, Aljure. Just trust me.
Fine, okay. If these are the conditions in the case, I'll take it. If you want to find me, I'll be staying here in San Lorenzo.
Listen, I have to meet you right now, but no one has to know about our meeting. That's important.
You can count on me. Just tell me where you'll be and the directions. I'll meet you there. How does that sound? Very well. Yes. On the dot. Oh my gosh, look who we have here. It is no other than Dr. Forero in the flesh, eh?
Will you look at what the cat dragged in? Hector Aljure. Wow. It's such a pleasure to see you. So what are you doing here? Tell me. Wait, let me guess. You are on a business trip. where a lot of money is involved, right?
My grandmother used to say mint was good for dizzy spells. Drink this. It'll make you feel better.
I'm
Come on.
doing this just to please you. Because I feel perfectly well, my love. You have nothing to worry about.
Darling, but I have to be sure you're okay. I feel terrible because of what happened to you. Because I knew it was my fault.
You are not to blame for anything at all.
Maybe nothing would have happened to you if we hadn't argued. Honey, I'll die if anything happens to you.
There's nothing to worry about. I'm fine, and I'm positive that what happened was because I was tired. That's all. Don't worry.
I don't want you to be stressed about anything. Except if you're tired because you had a great time with me and nothing more. I am worried because your daughter Fabiola is coming home soon.
This is her house too, remember?
I know. For sure she will provoke me again and create conflict between us, and it worries me a lot.
Well, you have no reason to worry about Malena. As long as Fabiola doesn't have any proof to show of what she's saying, I won't believe her.
What, you're expecting proof of her slander?
I'm not expecting anything, honey. But you know me well. You're a smart and intelligent woman, Malena. And you know that the only thing I can't forgive is betrayal.
Are you threatening me?
No. I'm just trying to remind you, honey, that I can be generous with the people who love me. And I can be ruthless with those who dare betray me. But that's not the case with you, so don't worry.
Laurento Hotel.
Why the long face? Don't tell me. Don't tell me that you bumped into Malena again.
No. No, Sergio and Alonso got into a fist fight, and this time in my house. Oh, and one of them thinks that he can come after me. Even when he betrayed me with the other woman, and the other one thinks he can come back because I'm not with that one anymore. Why can't they leave me alone, Fermina?
Sorry, I can't help but laugh. Listen, every time Alonso does something like this, I'm even more convinced that this darn betrayal doesn't exist. It was one of
No,
Malena's
Fermina.
tricks. Listen to me. Do you think a man that plays a dirty trick like that will ever be after you?
Fermina, your
I'm telling
voice.
you because this hotel is mine. I've told you millions of times, but you don't want to listen to me. You're going to drive me crazy. So tell me what you're going to do this time. Are you going to stay here or are you going back to your father's house?
I've made a decision. I'll leave. I'm leaving. After watching Malena's attitude with that detective, I made up my mind. I think the best thing is to go.
No. I remember your face when you found out that the guy was... that he's a real con man, you remember?
Yes, and what happened was he wanted to involve me, all right? But he didn't know that my friends were over and that they would turn over to my side.
Well, that's what he deserves for being so stupid. I wonder what that jerk's life is like.
I had him fired from the police department. At the same time, I left. Afterwards, it was you.
Well, here we are. Alhure and Forero. Let's make a toast. Cheers to the old
To
times.
old times. This is great.
Hey, listen, buddy. I have to leave because I have to do a job around here. They're waiting for me and I don't want to be late.
I see. They called you up to offer you a job.
Yes.
How come? Who is sick, eh?
Just an old friend's husband. Do you remember Malena? Yes.
They're like little kids,
I
right?
agree, yes,
Have the bill
they
ready
were.
because I'm leaving.
The bill? No, madam, you have nothing to pay here. You're more than a guest here. You are my friend. So let's leave it at that.
No, Fermina, I insist. Please, have the bill ready.
I said no. Jeez, you're so stubborn. I'll hit you. Oh, I almost forgot.
What is it?
Karina is in your bedroom. You better
Cory?
go up. She was very sad.
What?
Go.
Cory? What's up? What happened?
Fabi, I know everything.
Now I know everything.